Good morning, guys. We're going to jump right into it today. The topic for today is budgeting or finances as a couple. Budgeting as a couple.
Managing finances as a couple.
Managing finances as a couple. Sorry. Um, I think we manage our finances as a couple fairly well. Now, granted, me and Barry have been together since we were 17. We're in our mid 30s. So we've been together over half of our lives. But I feel like we do a fairly good job at budgeting our money and doing finances as a couple, as far as like paying bills and getting things around the house.
Now, I would say we just started getting organized as
Yes.
far as getting a tally of our total bills every month and writing them down and actually when they're due. So, because normally we've been
Just pay it as it comes.
pay it as it comes, and we always forget to pay something.
Excuse
So now we like on a strict schedule as far as like writing our bills, our monthly bills down every month.
Yes.
And so that's how we're budgeting. And then
I say do what's best for you and your house, right? It depends on the dynamics are different than what they used to be back in the day, right? Let's just be realistic and honest. I feel like you do what works best for your household. If Molly is making the most money and Billy isn't, right? You guys have to be fair and realistic with your expectations as far as finances and as far as contributions to the household. It's not fair to me if I give my whole check to the household and you're only giving half of your check because you make more, right? Realistic. We have to be realistic. Nobody wants to work 80 hours for 2 weeks straight to not have anything left at the end, right? Now, granted, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes, and we're okay with that. But you have to do what works best for your household. So, here are some things that we do, right? We both put money in the pot. We both have money left over at the end of our 2 week pay period. Um, and that money that goes in the pot takes care of our household bills. So that's tuition for the kids, that's rent, that's car note, car insurance, phone bill, all of that jazz, right? Utilities. And then whatever we have left, right? We say, okay, we want to put this much towards groceries. And so if Barry has $400 left, where I may have $200 left, Barry's going to put $150 in on groceries. I'm going to put $100 in on groceries. And we have $250 for 2 weeks for groceries, right? It just depends on what's needed within that pay period. And I always say it's not a one size fit all glove. What works for my household as far as finances may not work for your household as far as finances.
now the big thing that we've bbeen talking about. Now we don't have joint accounts, so
No,
I
we
think
don't. It just always worked. I mean, it's not a because we didn't want to thing. It worked for us, right? It just worked for us. He had his account, I had my account, we had the business account. Now I am on the business account.
so
But we didn't. We didn't need a joint account until now. So we are in the process of getting a joint
a
account.
joint account, and I think that would be easier to just stick the money into the joint account and let the bills
Draft out of that account.
yeah, let the bills pay themselves.
Yeah.
In a way.
We'll put money in that pot in the joint account, and then now, granted, I'm not saying what you put in the pot is what you put in the pot, and then what I have is what I have, and what you have is what you have. Me and Barry have never operated like that. We've always been a we type of team. Now, if you're not a we type of team, will this work? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But you have to have the we mentality where your money isn't just your money and my money isn't just my money. It's a we thing, right? Because we are a team, and so it's our money.
And I think well, for us, at least for us, it's gonna work out better that way, because once the business starts to pick back up, there will be more money coming in, and that way we can use that money to invest a little bit, start saving a little bit more, because we are bad at saving to a certain extent. But we have been having a lot of unexpected expenses come up, so it's just like
It's hard
whenever
to
you try to
save.
like save a little bit, then here goes something else So
Hence the key if you've been following us for a while.
yeah, so like that was like part of the major bill that we were trying to get over is trying to get us a new car. So once we ended up getting a new car, I think the for the most part we'll be better
we're in a
at
place
saving.
where we
we
can
actually
settle and we can
yeah.
save. But some of my tips, we give one good tip that you would give a husband as far as finances, as far as budgeting as a couple,
I
or
mean,
just financial goals as a
well,
couple.
just in
Period.
today's age, you just have to have multiple sources of income. I feel like I just don't think this job stuff will cut it. At least for me, like I need money coming from everywhere. So I'm into like investing. I understand how the crypto game works. I understand how business works. And on top of that, I still understand how this the job, the 9 to 5 or however you guys want to call it works. So trying to balance those three things and get back into it where so at least well for my financial goal or my plan is to use this job as a crutch to get to where I need to get to
business
wise and like investing wise, and then once that happens,
once he's in a safe space with it, then he'll probably step away from
I'll leave the 9 to 5 thing again because I haven't like really worked in like a normal job in like 7 years, so it is kind of a
but just because he hasn't worked a 9 to 5 doesn't mean that
I mean I was still
he's not contributing, right?
Yeah.
He always had the business did very, very well during COVID, very, very well. And so he allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom during COVID, and he took on a brunt end of all of the financial responsibilities. Again, it's just what works for your family. My suggestion would be don't get caught up in the hype and everybody else around you. Don't let everybody else around you dictate what your financial goals or financial wise what goes on in your household or in your relationship, right? That would be mine. So yeah, thank you guys for riding with us this morning. Thank you guys for listening to us. Drop in the comments what some of your financial hacks or what some of your financial goals is as a couple.
And your plans on saving for the future. How are you guys in investing? And we would definitely would like to know. Drop them in the comments. Until the meantime, we'll catch you in our next morning vlog. Peace.